so much
Vespas are
better.
for like gay Europeans named Pascal. I'm neither a gay or a European.
Excuse me, my name is Pasquale. Don't wear it out, okay?
That's hella gay.
Stupid tourist.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 6th episode of Furry Frequencies. I am your host, Silox, joined by the wonderful Lifty,
Hello.
Sharky,
Sup, bitch?
and our awesome guest star, Tuners the Wolf.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going great. It's going great. So on today's episode, we have some wonderful topics we'd like to talk about. Most notably TikTok, and of course a moving tribute to Dogbomb. So to get us started off, let's delve into TikTok. I'm sure most of you know about it or have seen it before, but you probably haven't tried it yourself. Tuners, describe what TikTok actually is.
So basically, what TikTok is, if you take Vine and then you move it to Musically, and then Musically to TikTok, that's what TikTok is. So it's short clips that are supposed to be funny, or there's supposed to be like a meme to it, or there's a trend to it, and you just have fun making small little videos off of your phone. And yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of editing software do you have on TikTok to edit your videos?
So
Like, what kind of features does the TikTok app have to edit?
So what's really cool with the TikTok app is you're able to trim video. You're able to, well, they have a whole slew of editing software tools that you can basically adjust the filter. You can adjust the color. You can add different effects as far as like a rewind or like a blur or the background blurs. They're adding new stuff every single day, and I don't usually use all that stuff, to be honest with you. I just try to make funny stuff, and honestly, if I'm being honest with you, I haven't had TikTok for all that long, so I don't know 110% of the in and outs of it, but you can do a lot of editing on there, and it actually surprises me how much they've invested into the app as far as making it usable and making it easy to use and adding all the effects and all the cool things that you could do with it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about getting into TikTok. I know.
You should.
I know Silox has an issue with TikTok. He thinks it's
I do.
cringe. You
It
think
is
it's cringe?
very
what?
cringy. Yes. So
Cringe?
yeah, I have seen those cringe compilations on YouTube. Those kids are weird, man. They are cringy as fuck.
I've
Okay.
seen some gold on TikTok though.
There are some cringe on TikTok, though. I just know from like a lot of the furries on TikTok, they don't make cringy videos for the most part. They make, well, for us, that's not cringy. For the rest of the world, it's terrible. For us furries, you know, making all these videos and watching them, they turn out pretty good, and they're actually pretty funny if you understand some of the furry lingo. But what I can tell you is there's a lot of furries on there that do what normal people do as far as making the meme or the video or the trend, and it turns out great, and normies like love it to death, especially the suits with the moving jaws. That's
I've
a
got
big
one.
thing.
So, are we actually gonna ask Tuners like who he is and what he actually does?
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Let's
That
go
is
ahead
a
and
good
introduce
question.
our special guests for this evening.
Oh.
Tuners, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Tuners. Okay, I'm just messing with it. My name's Tuners, and I've been in the fandom since around September. Before then, I was eyeballing the fandom for several years, and I just never became active. I became active when a few of my friends of mine, they were like, hey, by the way, I just want to let you know that we're into this stuff. And I was like, oh, I was kind of already into this stuff. So that kind of jump-started me getting active into the fandom and meeting people and going to conventions and stuff like that. My Sona, which is Tuners, is in the process of being made right now. I currently own Hero Husky, that you guys have seen it like furthermore. Other than that, I just make YouTube videos. Recently got into TikTok, and yeah.
Now, you mentioned that you've been to Furthermore, which
Yes.
is great. That's one of the few conventions that we all three can actually attend and have fun at. What other conventions are you planning to go to?
Well, for the rest of this year, I plan on going to FWA. That's in May. I plan on going to Anthrocon, which is July. It sounds like my friend's dragging me down the Megaplex.
Oh, very nice.
So that's gonna be cool, yeah. And I got family down there to hang out with as well. So after Megaplex, though, I'm gonna take a break, more like a financial break.
You're
And
poor.
yeah, and I will be attending MFF, which I did attend MFF last year. That was my first convention, and that was overwhelming. I do not recommend going to like MFF or Anthrocon for your first convention, because they are ginormous, and it's a lot to take in.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually what my sister did, and she said it was awesome, actually.
Yeah, it just depends. For MFF, basically what we did is we drove all night. The whole entire day, I had to stay awake for the convention because we were only going to be there for one day. And then we got like one night of sleep, and then the next day we had to drive all the way back to Maryland. So it was...
Wait,
it was,
you drove to MFF?
I drove to MFF
Wow.
the night
Yeah.
before. The whole entire day, I was at the convention, and then I only slept that night. So I was up for almost, and I had to work before that, so I was up for about 48 hours almost. It was a very tiring event. It's called dedication, right?
It is. Anything for the fandom, man. Do what you got to do.
Exactly.
What is your favorite convention out of all the ones that you've been to so far?
Well, I've only been to two.
Okay.
But, if I were to compare MFF to Furthermore, I would say I had a better time at Furthermore. Mainly because I knew so many people that were going to be there. I knew so many local furs. I had a group, that was going to be there. I was staying with other people.
Had
So
some
it's
groupies.
it's really good to go to a convention with a group of people, or at least with somebody else. People, you can walk up to them and they'll talk your ear off. It's not that's not the problem, but it's nice to go and already have like a group established. So I guess I would recommend that as far as like if you're going to go to a convention, have a
Yeah.
group of people.
Yeah. No, I think it's important, especially if it's your first convention, to go
Yeah.
with people that you know. Because I went to Furthermore in 2016. That was my first convention. I didn't know anybody, and it was a pretty bad time. So I really think it's important that if you're going to go at least to your first convention, that you find friends to go with, or else it's just going to be a rough time.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, and MFF I did go with friends. They drove with me, and we all took turns driving and such. So, but furthermore, I already knew so many more people, and you get to just hang out with them. So that was really, really cool.
Nice. I actually went to Furthermore in 2016, Silox. But of course, back then, I did not know anybody. And that was also the convention that kind of restored my faith in the furry fandom, especially the local
really?
furry fandom. Yeah. I went to FWA like the week prior, just as my first convention. It was an awful experience. Like
Oh, no.
nothing,
Oh, yeah.
nothing went right. Nothing went right at all. It was only because my friends actually goaded me into like going to Furthermore other week or that other weekend, that, I decided, you know what, fuck it, I'll just go. And, I went and I had an awesome time. I met a bunch of new friends and had a lot of fun. I had a lot more fun
Well,
at
that's
Furthermore than I did at FWA. FWA just seems so dull to me.
really?
And it did not help that I did not know anybody. And of course back then I was there was one time that I went to the artist alley in
Yeah.
there, and it was just kind of like such a mess that there was no assigned tables to the artists. The artists were basically first come first serve, so the artist could be like right there by the door on day one, and then the next day they could be across the room, and you'd never know. And nobody has any signs. Nobody has any labels.
Lord.
Nothing
Jeez.
to tell you who is who. It was awful.
That's a bad look. That's honestly a very bad look for a convention.
Well, I'm pretty sure they changed. They had to change.
Oh yeah.
They had to change for the better, and I'm hoping that they changed all that mess so that they're a much better convention now. But I'm still so burned out by that I have not even stepped foot in Atlanta since then.
Well, I hope when I go to FWA, there's a there's a change, which I think there probably is going to be.
Yeah.
I have never been to FWA.
Yeah, I've never been.
Never have I.
Yeah.
It's
One
in
thing.
May, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shit.
it's the second weekend of May, so
Oh,
I'll be
damn.
driving down to there because I'm not flying.
Oh, the second weekend. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the 10th, somewhere in there.
Oh, fuck, that's my birthday. Okay.
Oh,
Happy birthday.
Ew.
Don't remind me. I'm getting old. Please
Ooh,
don't.
you're old.
Yeah, I'm getting old too, so.
Oh boy. Very
Actually,
lewd, very quickly.
Silox,
What's
you're a year younger than me.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think. How old are you?
Sufficient.
Ah, you're
Sufficient.
old.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good enough. That's good enough.
I don't talk about my age anymore because I don't want to feel old.
I think I'm the youngest one in our little group here.
Yeah, you're pretty young, but you have the most life experience out of all of us.
Which is actually really funny.
Oh, so like, what do you mean by life experience? Like, what? I'm just
I
curious.
served in the military. So.
Oh, cool.
and
Well,
I
thanks for
deployed
serving.
Twice, so I've been around the world multiple times and did a lot of shit.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah,
Well-
it had its ups and downs.
Yeah, I was about to say it probably had some ups and downs, but traveling the world sounds fun.
Oh, it was a lot of fun. I have been to some crazy awesome places. You ever been to Warsaw in Poland?
No. Never been out of the country.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
If
missing
you
out.
ever get a chance to go
Yeah.
to Poland, I definitely recommend visiting Warsaw. It was probably one of the best places I've been to, other than Prague.
That sounds awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got to get out the country, man. Explore. Like, you're
Yeah,
young.
Get the hell
This
out of your
is
house. What the hell are you doing, dude?
this is like the time to do it before you get to that age where you can't because you have responsibilities. You have a kid, you have a job, you have all that other crap going on.
Yeah, I just I personally travel isn't like a big thing to me. Honestly, the most traveling I've ever done is going to like MFF. That's other than maybe driving down to Florida for Disney World. I mean, other than that, that's the most traveling I've done recently because I'm not a traveler, to be honest.
Oh,
with
that's
you.
fair. Yeah.
Yeah, you got some people who are into traveling, some people are. I'm not.
I like driving to places. Scratch
I'm-
that.
I'm a
I'd
driver.
like riding is the better word.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Riding
Yeah,
to places.
we are definitely like building up the biker convoy. We're gonna have our little biker group going soon. I've already got a bike. I just gotta get it running.
Get a
One thing
Grom.
I'll never ever be able
Get a
to
Grom.
do.
Shut up!
They're better than Vespas.
Shut up!
So much
Vespas
better.
are for like gay Europeans named Pascal. I'm neither a gay or a European.
Excuse me, my name is Pasquale. Don't wear it out, okay?
That's hella gay.
Stupid
but okay.
tourist.
Yeah, tuners.
So
Me and Lifty have this huge little internal squabble
oh boy.
about like why the Vespa is either good or bad. I usually say Vespas can go fuck themselves, and he's always like Vespas are great. Kind of like how he has a fetish for Arlington, he has one for Vespas.
Vespas are great.
You know, when it comes to motors and stuff like that, I'm not really into the bikes. I'm definitely way more into the cars.
Oh, cool.
But as far as a Vespa, if you drive one of those, you're going to be judged.
Shut up! Shut up, everybody! No, stop!
Wow, I see how it is.
Damn. Like, well, you're going to be driving by, and I'm just going to see you on a Vespa. I'm going to be like, boy! I'm just going to start there roasting you. You can't even take it.
just burn tires right in front of them.
Vespas are perfect for urban environments like the DC metro area.
Yeah,
So are
so
Groms.
here's the thing. Nobody in DC rides a Vespa. So
That is a goddamn lie, and you know it. I've
all
seen them.
drive,
I've
like,
seen
where
them
the
on
fuck did you
Massachusetts
see this?
Avenue. I've seen them on K Street. I've seen them in Chinatown. That is
Okay.
a goddamn lie.
I mean, if I see somebody on a Vespa, I'm going to like try to hit them, get an extra 10 points. You know?
Hey,
Oh my god.
this is not Grand Theft Auto. Damn it.
Darn.
I'm just gonna wheelie
We
past
do not
them on a
endorse
Grom
running
or
people down.
some other,
No,
like,
we
small
don't.
bike.
But I mean, 10 points is 10 points.
I am
Bucks is
so
$20.
triggered right now.
God.
I feel persecuted.
I'm just kidding.
I feel so persecuted.
You know what that
stupid,
sounds like?
stupid tourists.
You know what that sounds like?
What?
Sounds like a violin off in the distance, slowly playing. And you hear the tears of sorrows
From
for the Vespa
Pasquale?
bike.
I'm not gonna lie. I once saw a Vespa, like, no shit on the highway, and
Oh,
I was
boy.
honestly scared for the guy because there were cars flying past this guy,
Yep.
and in a sense, I wanted to be one of those people flying past him because I wanted to see if he would crash or not.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I tried that. I tried going 60 miles per hour on a Vespa once. It's scary as shit. Believe it.
Well, no shit. You're driving a bar stool at like 60 miles an hour.
Hey, I told you that. I told you that's how it felt. It feels like a motorized bar stool at 60 miles per
Yeah.
hour. You don't even imagine that you're holding onto the handlebars. It just feels like you're leaning a bar stool.
Yeah, I would judge you so much for driving that if I saw you. That's just really pathetic. It really
What?
is.
Damn.
What? No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
At least
You
like
are
Grom,
not
like,
European,
people
and you're
nod
not
to you.
named Pascal. You have no reason to
Excuse
drive
me.
a
My name is
Vespa.
Pasquale. Get it right.
Squale. Squale.
Oh my god.
So, talking about traveling,
Yeah.
has anybody ever traveled with a full fursuit?
Yes.
As far as flying.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Like in suit?
Oh, a fool? Or
Like a full suit, you're gonna
Oh.
be flying down to like FWA, for example.
well, not a full suit, but a partial. Well, no,
I-
a full suit. Yeah, technically now. Yeah.
I traveled with 2 full suits on a train.
Oh wow!
And it wasn't even for that far of a trip. I went from D.C. to Baltimore. And, well, actually, I went from my house in Vienna to D.C. and then to Baltimore via Amtrak. And let me tell you, that sucks.
Oh boy, I bet it does.
Oh, my God. Amtrak just absolutely sucks
I
when
mean,
it
it's
comes
Amtrak.
to...
What do you expect?
Well, I expect a little bit better than this. This is like pre-Mussolini levels of train travel in Italy. It's
Sweetie, it's the government running this. It's not going to be like
Yeah,
that.
wasn't
You have to
Amtrak
understand
made it-
that.
Made to try to revive like passenger travel via rail.
I really want Elon Musk to create
Oh.
that tunnel between New York and DC.
So Amtrak was created as a way. It was created during a time when rail travel was still, I want to say, primarily used before cars. The only issue is in the United States, a lot of the rails they're owned by the freight railroad companies like CSX, Norfolk Southern, stuff like that.
Hmm.
So basically, Amtrak is pretty much screwed. They don't really own the rails. So, well, besides the Northeast Corridor where the Acela runs, but that's not even high speed rail. But that's a discussion for a different day.
Also, in this modern age, you have to understand that getting from one point to another can take several hours of traveling on a train,
Jeez.
sometimes even up to a day or 2 days on a
Yeah,
train.
yeah.
And who has the time for that? I mean, old people probably. But I
Darn.
mean, but old people, they don't have anything. They don't have anywhere to go in a hurry because
Just
they're
waiting to die.
old. They're just waiting to die. Exactly. Why
Oh
why
my
not
God.
why not just sit on a train and just sit there, watch
God.
the rolling vista on the outside the window as you're preparing to die.
That's some fucking
mean-
dark shit.
Wow, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
What
Stop!
have you done?
I'm
What's
telling you,
wrong
I
with
mean,
you?
Has
well, I
someone,
mean,
like, touched
old
you in
people
some
just
way?
don't.
Are you like
No,
upset
old
right now?
people do not have anywhere to go in a hurry. That's why they take Amtrak. That's
What?
That's why they do.
I would expect old people to want to get to places faster because they don't have a lot
Yeah,
of time.
they gotta go to the bingo hall and do shuffleboard or whatever the fuck old
Like,
people do.
I usually see
Yeah.
passenger jets filled to the brim with old people. Plus,
Yeah.
they get
Yeah,
like so
they
much
got
money,
that
like
SSI, man.
discount wise.
Oh
They
yeah.
get that senior citizens discount. On
That's the only good
planes.
thing about getting old, getting that discount.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you look at the prices for fares on Amtrak, you don't really get much of a fare benefit between that and going on a plane, except going on a plane, you get there a hell of a lot faster.
Well, when you factor in, well, you have to also factor in security lines and other bullshit like that. But in
I
some
mean,
cases,
even
yeah,
then, you still get there a hell of a lot faster. I think I linked I'm going to link an article by Jason Torchinsky of Jalopnik, who rode on
oh yeah, I did read
Amtrak
that. Yeah,
to go to an auto show, and oh my God, it was excruciating. It's a brilliant read. It's a great article, but oh my God, that experience is just horrible.
but again, that all ties back into a couple of things. One being the freight railroads, they own the rails, so they set the schedules, and
Yeah.
also there is no high speed rail in the United States. I don't give a fuck what Amtrak considers a Acela. That's not high speed rail in my opinion. Well, except for a section in Rhode Island where they go up to 150 miles per hour for like 10 minutes. But yeah, it's Amtrak is a joke. Passenger rail is a joke in this country. I have hopes for California's high speed rail, but by the time they do that, the rest of the world will all be using maglevs or the Hyperloop. So it's like, what's the point?
That's what
you
Japan
know?
has.
So-
That's all that they have. The
Oh
fact
my
I
that
think
they're-
air
God.
travel will always beat rail
God,
when
yes.
it comes to passenger travel.
When it
Oh,
comes
definitely.
to Japan, they literally have to be on time by the second for trains, or everything gets
Yes.
screwed up.
Yeah.
I actually have a video of one of the bullet trains passing when I was in Japan. I have to find it and upload it to you all. But
Yeah,
it's
if you
fucking
find
amazing.
it, we can definitely post it on our Twitter and show it to everybody.
Have you guys
Yeah.
seen how packed their like metros get though
Oh my
in
god.
Japan?
Oh yeah.
During
they
like the
actually
busy times.
don't they actually hire people to push people into the metro?
Yeah, they
That actually
the
literally
doors
happened
can
while I was
close?
there. Yeah,
I think
it's
they actually
real. They
have
do hire
sticks
that.
too.
They
Yeah.
they
Get
wear
in there,
gloves.
you
They wear
animals.
gloves and push people in. I think that's awesome.
That's crazy.
And they will get out and personally apologize if they're late. I thought that was so
Oh, no.
weird.
They will
Yeah.
apologize if they leave early by like a few seconds.
Good God.
I have an
That's
article for that
crazy.
too. I'm just gonna share a bunch of articles about train travel in our Twitter after the show. In the case of WMATA and the metro in this in the DC metro area, they're like triply screwed just because everybody just wants to play. When it comes to affording how to pay for construction costs and upgrades and general maintenance of the metro system, DC, Maryland, and Virginia all want to point the finger at each other and say, "No, you."
Certain parts of Maryland, it's very, very interesting some days.
Oh yeah, there's some parts of Maryland you should definitely avoid.
The worst place in Maryland I've ever been is Randallstown, Maryland. That Walmart there is a super center, is super nice. But literally every single time I've been to that Walmart, something weird or crazy has happened, and I dislike that Walmart.
Well, it's Walmart.
I just
That's
avoid Walmart
your
in
first
general.
mistake. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So
When you go
like,
to Target, it's a lot better. Trust me, guys.
Yeah,
So-
like Walmart has some weird ass people, dude. Like I have seen like straight up like I have no way to explain it. It was like old fat lady with a thong and
oh,
Ew.
it was
Oh, man.
fucking
Good case.
wrong and she was just pushing a cart and I did not like the way she looked at me.
So like real
Oh,
quick, our Kmart recently closed, and so that Kmart
That's
has
a shock.
that Kmart has been like the go-to place for a bunch of tweakers and other shady people. So the only other just big store we have is the Walmart. So guess where all the tweakers went? They went to Walmart. I don't go to that Walmart anymore because it is full of meth addicts, tweakers, drug dealers, burnouts. Yeah, it's a creepy Walmart.
The
So-
Walmart, the Randallstown Walmart. So the first time I went there, let's just say somebody had an accident, and it was smeared everywhere.
Oh,
Ew.
I
The
can't.
second time, I was up at the guest services. I was doing my job with merchandising and all that good stuff, and somebody literally didn't get their way at guest services, so they flipped over the money counter, and it flipped over a few times in the air. It was comical, actually. And the third time, I went out to my car, and there was a jar of raspberry jam sitting next to my tire. I
Well,
don't
that's
know
not,
why it
like,
was there, but
sketchy
it
at
was
all.
there.
Like,
Okay,
are the
then.
jam robbers about to get you or some shit?
Well, sometimes actually what happens is they'll do somebody will actually do something like that, hoping that you'll sit outside your car wondering what the hell is going on, and at that point they'll rob you. So I got in my car and I drove away quickly because guess who's not getting robbed? Me.
Oh, is that
Because I don't
like
have
that
any
thing
money,
where
so
they-
if I don't have any money, they're gonna beat me.
Is that like that thing where like they stick a coin in your door handle or some shit? And when
Yeah,
you're
and
like
they're-
trying to fidget with the coin, like it just fucks up like the locks in your car or some shit.
Yo, people are weird, man. What the fuck?
Yeah,
it's
I've heard
crazy
about
what
that.
people will
I've
do.
actually seen like some shit like that on my truck. And I was like, man, I wish a motherfucker would.
Oh boy.
Like I was
Drop
ready,
kick
like, I
them.
had my hand on my knife and I was like, if anyone comes suddenly at me, be it innocent or not, they're probably gonna get stabbed.
Ooh.
So
I don't play that game.
I also think that WMATA, when they originally planned it, never actually planned for an international airport as large as Dulles to just prop out from the ground way out in the middle of nowhere.
Dulles is whack though. Fucking
Dulles is whack. I hate Dulles. I hate flying out of Dulles. I only flew out of Dulles once, and I'm never flying out of there again. I hope to God I never have to fly out of there again.
I was gonna have some friends fly in for Furthermore, and I told them, I was like,
Come to
Please just-
Arlington.
please do that
No.
or go
Oh,
to
God.
BWI. Just do BWI. I will
Yes.
pick you up.
BWI, the best airport in the United States. Get at me. Don't at me on Twitter. You know it's true.
Everyone at him on Twitter.
No,
By
no,
the
no,
way,
no, 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 no.
You
Come
know what?
to-
You
come
know
to
what else is good?
Arlington.
What's that?
You know
Arlington.
what else is good, tuners? Just guess.
Tell me.
No, just guess.
Okay, you gotta tell me what topic to guess on. I mean,
It has
I mean-
fruit in its name, and it has an animal in its name as well.
What are you talking about?
Majira Strawberry?
No. You're
Damn it.
close.
Kiwi Fox?
No, it's not a furry. It's a place, a magical place with the best food ever.
Candyland?
No.
Ruth
Oh,
Chris?
God damn it, Psylocke. Stop
It's
shilling for Applebee's.
They're great also.
How about you go fuck yourself with Applebee's?
God.
Boy, if
I
you don't get
cannot
your
believe-
microwave food out of here, my man.
I cannot believe that
Wow.
you actually made that entire elaborate setup just for a shill at Applebee's. I'm
Dude,
done.
Applebee's
Oh,
is going
Lord.
downhill, and they literally are blaming millennials because millennials don't want to go eat their microwaved garbage that I can
Wow,
make in
it
my
is not
house.
garbage. It is exquisite cuisine, okay?
Oh my god.
Silox, do you own stock in Applebee's?
I cannot confirm or deny that statement.
Oh,
Didn't
God
we
damn
also
it.
Say
talk about
is-
that
Get
last
Get yourself out of
episode?
that.
No, that was United Airlines. They're like, well, what do you like United? And I was like, well, I own stock in
I'm
them.
going to be
Yeah.
I'm going to be reviewing United Airlines soon, and I've got to say, I've got nothing good to say so far about United Airlines.
I heard you should never fly Spirit.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
Well, actually, here's my hot take on Spirit, and I actually wrote up
no.
a long 9-page review of
9
Spirit
pages?
Airlines.
What the
9
fuck?
pages. 9 pages. Now,
Good God.
What are you
man.
going to
If
do with
you're-
all that information? Go to Yelp and complain about it?
duh. But seriously, if you're looking to save money on Spirit Airlines, you can save money on Spirit Airlines. But you have to pack very, very lightly and be well aware of all the fees and shit that they will toss at you, because Spirit Airlines is like the creepy uncle of the airline industry. They can either pull a quarter out of from behind your ear and say, "Oh, look, I saved you money," or they'll pull a fee out from behind your ear and say, "Oh, look, here's what you owe." They are
Oh my
but they're not
God.
going to pull the wool out. They're not going to put the wool over your eyes. They will tell you exactly everything that they charge a fee for on their website, so you're well informed before you even step foot at the airport, what their game is. But yeah, Spirit can save you money if you don't pack any clothes.
Don't pack anything.
Don't pack anything. Yeah, don't pack anything, and you'll save money on Spirit.
I also heard that you got to chop off your legs.
I mean,
Yeah, the ball.
that wouldn't surprise me at this point. It really wouldn't. With Spirit.
Well, I mean, with Spirit, it saves them money because it saves their food. I mean, I'm pretty sure they can give you a discount if you chop your leg off. Like, they can probably save you like $3.
Yeah, like, hey, if you chop off your legs, give you a little bit of a discount.
If you chop off your left leg, we'll save you $9. But if you chop off your third leg, we'll give it to you for free.
Oh,
Third
boy.
leg? Are you talking about the wee wee?
I'm talking about the
What
penis.
the fuck?
I'm talking about the penis.
Hey,
Oh,
you know,
God.
it saves the weight,
Yeah, exactly. It's weight reduction. There you go.
Exactly.
They
Can
won't
someone
say
Weight
that
reduction
with
is always
me.
good.
Ooh.
Can someone explain to me what the fuck Pinterest is? I don't know what this is.
So, like, oh my god, so you really want to know what Pinterest is? So, like, basically, I take a picture and I post it and I say, oh my god, girls, look at this.
So that's basically what it is.
Oh,
It's like
That's
an
my white
online
girl
Scrabble
impression, by the
thing.
way.
I'm not getting on that. That looks like a scam.
Yeah, don't get on Pinterest.
Well, what is the difference between Pinterest and Instagram?
Oh,
And
that is
then
a good question.
and better
Instagram.
question is, what is the difference between Pinterest, Instagram, and Snapchat?
Oh, you're asking the
One
wrong
has young
person.
people and one doesn't.
I don't understand those.
Which one has the young people?
I think Pinterest turned more into like arts, crafts type Instagram, and then Instagram is like a bunch of hot girls, and then Snapchat is basically you can
Sluts.
send a dick pic and hopefully it doesn't get saved.
It's just tits.
Wow.
That's all it is.
Learning something new every day. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Have you guys
Wait,
heard
wait,
about,
wait, wait. Silox, have you never used Snapchat before?
I have not. Never.
So what rock do you live under, by the way?
I'm offended
Next
by
to
that
Patrick.
statement. I am very offended. I use social media. My extent of
do?
social media is Twitter, and that's about it. Anything other than that is like, no. I want nothing to do with it. And that includes Facebook. As I said before, Facebook is used by
You want a
Russian
Tumblr, don't you?
trolls.
Oh,
Facebook
boy.
is garbage.
Facebook basically
I
turned
do have a
into
Tumblr,
everybody's
yes.
grandmother's social media, and if you're young and you happen to lean on a certain spectrum, then Mark Zuckerberg will zuck you. And by the way,
Spectrum.
Mark Zuckerberg
Oh,
is
Lord.
not a real person. He's a robot. It's confirmed.
No, he's a lizard.
He's a lizard.
He is a
Y'all
lizard.
spreading conspiracy theories. Here we
Yo,
go.
don't at me on that. It's true.
Remember to
You
add
remember
him on
the
whatever he
article where
has.
he made that one local paper owner just eat his newspaper, and then he pressed him into the printing press?
No, I haven't heard about that.
I gotta dig that somewhere.
That sounds like fake news.
Well, it kind of is. It's satirical news, but it was funny as hell.
Fifty
Satirical
is
or
fake news.
satanical?
Satirical.
Oh, I thought you said satanical.
But I could totally,
was like, whoa,
see,
okay.
I could totally see Mark Zuckerberg doing that though, making somebody eat their paper.
I mean, he's
eat their
worth,
newspaper.
what, $32 billion? He can do whatever the fuck he wants at this point.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
basically.
Yes, he can.
It's like Elon Musk being like, for curious. You know how many fursuits he could buy? He's a billionaire.
You should buy me a new
He
fursuit.
could buy the furry fandom if he wanted to.
Exactly. He
Yo,
could just buy
furries are
everybody a
act-
new suit.
Furries were actually complaining about him on Twitter, and I was like, this is so stupid. All the things
Oh,
they
yeah,
complain
totally.
about. Like, come on.
People
You guys
can't
heard
take
about
jokes
those
anymore.
furries that complain about other people having multiple suits because they don't have any.
Well, boo-hoo. Save up
Like,
your
seriously.
pennies and buy one.
Like seriously, I've seen like these comments on people's like fucking social media shits where they're just straight up shitting on these people for having more than one suit because they're like, oh, I don't have any suits, and then here you are making people like us feel bad with your multiple suits, and it's like, no, it's their
That's not
money.
how
They
it
can do what the
works.
fuck they want with it.
Well, I think what the people who say that, they tend to be young, and they don't understand, when you're an adult and you're in the fandom and you have a job that
Mm-hmm.
that you have extra money from after paying bills and everything, you're able to buy stuff like that. And I think what they need to understand is, hey, there's an age difference, and I have a
Well,
job and you don't.
Not
and you're a
just
kid.
any job, but I would say a career, like something that is far more than
job.
just the entry level.
I mean, even people who have entry level jobs, if they save up their money and budget correctly, they can still
Definitely.
get a really nice
Oh
suit.
yeah, totally.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, I'm not worried about the little, the kids, the young furs and shit like that. That's understandable. They just
Oh,
don't
he
know any
texted
better.
again.
I'm
Oh,
talking
no.
about the adults, the
Yeah.
grown ass adults who complain like even
grown
worse
man.
than the little kids.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What the fuck you talking about, Psylocke?
No, I had to clear my throat. That's why I muted myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
I'm
thought
not
you
going
were
to
talking
clear my
shit on your
throat
breath.
like while you're talking. Like, what? That's rude. What the hell?
I just did it.
Man, it's the grown ass adults that annoy
Yeah.
the shit out of me.
Yeah, and the only thing I could really say to those people is, it's like, if at the end of the day you don't have any extra money, you're paying your bills. Hey, at least you're paying your bills. You're being responsible, and you're not,
Exactly.
you're not buying something you really don't need, and then you're not able to
Oh,
pay your
Lord,
bills.
yes.
But also, you don't need to have a fursuit to be a furry.
You really
Absolutely.
don't. You,
Yeah.
No,
you
I don't
really
have a fursuit, and I'm doing pretty fucking well.
Yep.
I mean, the thing about the fandom is it's more about a community that comes together based off the fact that you like anthropomorphic animals, especially when it comes to the art and stuff such like that. The
Porn.
suiting part is like it's
It's
an overkill.
extra, honestly.
Yeah, it's extra. It's like you go to Little Caesars and you pay $1 extra for some extra cheese. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a little bit extra, too extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need
and-
that much cheese on a pizza.
Yeah, and I get it. People want,
Drench that shit in cheese.
people want a suit, and hey, suits are great. I love a fursuit. Excuse me. I love my fursuit. It's helped me in lots of ways. But could I have done this without a fursuit? Yeah. Like if I wasn't in the situation where I was, I want to say from a personal standpoint, definitely. But I got a suit for the simple reason of that it at the time I viewed it as a way to help me with my social skills. I could be something and express myself
Yeah.
without, feeling that people would judge me. And I think a lot of people, that's the reason why I think a lot of people, they get fursuits. It's not really for the whole, oh, I want to be noticed, I want to be popular. Those people exist, but by and
Yeah.
large, people are getting suits because there's some personal reason deep down. And
Definitely. That's a new way of looking at it.
that's how I've always viewed it.
Yeah.
I
Well,
I hope it's that reason. If it's not, then I would really be sad to
Also,
learn that
I've
people are getting them just because they
What?
want to be popular. That would really
I've
upset me.
always thought that people get suits because they want their character, their furry character, to come alive and be a semi-real being in the real world. And fursuit allows that person to kind of be their character for a little while, and it's a lot of fun when you're, you know, uh, when you're an anthropomorphic character.
It is. It's
Yeah.
very fun.
I've always
And
wanted to cosplay something, and this is like one of the first things I've ever found. And I found the
Mhm.
fandom, and like cosplaying as something and being completely covered up, you feel like you can be 100% somebody else, and have a blast. That's why I like it. It's more of the entertaining people aspect.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it helps me break out of my shell. I,
Definitely.
yeah, I can stop being this, buttoned up, by the book person, and I can be my inner homosexual when I'm in suit.
I like
That
this.
sounded so wrong, but yeah, yeah.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
I like to see it as more as I can jump around in suit and look cute and do like and roll around, and people will think it's normal. But if I do that out of suit, people are gonna fucking think I'm crazy.
Yeah.
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 So
And
I
hey,
just
you
kind of
get,
see it as a way to just fucking just go ape shit and
oh,
actually
it's great.
do something positive. And I'm also just like a bundle of fucking energy, so I can use it in a way to just entertain people with my like just stupid acts.
Yeah.
Damn, we should really get on TikTok and like do a video. I
Oh
think we
yeah.
should do that.
I think that'd be really cool to do something like that. So the next meet, we all gotta do something like that.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, you'll have to explain to me how TikTok works and how to do the videos because I'm obviously not going to know because I
Yeah.
don't understand this newfangled Gen Z technology. So by all means, please help me.
Well, I definitely have gotten a lot of help, tips, and pointers from Pixie. Um,
Oh yeah.
he helped me out with showing me, hey, if you do it this way or if you do it that way, you can speed up the time, you can slow the time, and he really helped me with that. So I'm very appreciative to him for helping me out with that. Very nice guy.
Show us
Nice.
how to be Poppy Fur.
No, no. Honestly, I think what it should be, and what a lot of people, what their original goal is to entertain people and make people smile, and that's really what my objective is to do, is just to make people smile. But I think for some people it turns into a popularity contest, and I think that's unfortunate. I think everybody's equal in the fandom, and it's unfortunate that it turns into a look at me contest, and
Well,
it's a shame.
well, I
Mhm.
would hope that people will start to adopt that mindset of everybody's equal in the fandom, and that this whole rat race for being popular just goes away. I really, really hate that.
I just want to fan my ego and have people suck my dick.
Okay, that's disgusting.
Oh boy. But
I just want to hug a bunch of fuzzy suits.
This is usually the part where you guys tell me, no, that is not what you're supposed to do. Not just go, oh, okay.
so I wanted to bring up this topic, and it's a topic that I kind of want to dance around, because it's one of those things where when you start hurting people's wallets or their revenue, they turn into a different person. They will go ham, as I would say, because that's what the popular kids say, right? They go ham.
The
But-
great shit.
Yeah, basically. But there's a lot of streamers I see who are in the furry fandom who will literally put in their title, "I need money." Donate me money.
Oh.
Give me
I
stuff.
cannot stand those furries.
Just straight beggars.
Using the furry fandom as a piggy bank is the worst thing that you can do. Now, there are exceptions to that. And I'm not a suck up. I'm definitely not a suck up. I can care less if somebody likes me or not. But like when you do have somebody who's popular in the fandom and they're kind of like expected to be at conventions and stuff, that adds up. That cost of going to places adds up. So I can understand why you do have some of the more popular furries, they set stream like money goals and stuff like that, or they'll like review a persona, for example, and they'll say if you donate you get priority or whatever. And I understand, hey, you're going to 20 cons a year, you need that money.
God.
Well, yeah, I know some people that literally go to 15, 18, 20 cons a year.
Wait, do they not have
Ooh.
jobs? How can they afford that?
They have jobs. It's just they have really good jobs, like really good jobs that
Yeah.
let them take off
Okay.
like
those
crazy.
kinds.
So, but for some people where they are entertaining the people in the fandom and they are doing nothing but going to conventions and stuff like that, it's just like I could see why they have to do that. Like, I'm not finding fault with them, but I've literally seen some furry stream, hey, I need money right now, donate to me. And it's like, hey, in order for this to happen, I need money. And it's just like, I really don't like that. And like, they'll sit and stream and like they'll keep on saying, hey, I need money, I'm here just for the money. And it's just like, oh my god, like, why would you do something like that? I love people like Omnom who they don't ask for it. People just do it out of generosity, and he is so appreciative for it.
Mhm.
And somebody like that who he doesn't ask for anything. He streams to entertain people, and people just end up donating. He's just so genuine about it. So I just think, as a fandom, we need to start discussing about these streamers who are literally they're streaming for the money. They just want the money from the stream. And it's just like, it's so sad to see that.
Yeah.
I like furries and like streamers and stuff that when they get money, they're like, guys, you really do not need to give me the money. Like, use it for like your own shit. And they're still appreciative, but they're like, like if you want to donate it, fine, but you really do not have to. Like, I like it when streamers and stuff say that. Like, it lets you know, like, hey, like, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna like. I really want you to want to do it.
Exactly.
Don't do it just because you feel
Yeah.
like you have to do it.
So I've only gotten one donation from streaming, and it was from Gold Valkyrie Husky, I believe. And he or she or they donated $100.
Ooh.
And I
That's
was
awesome.
like, holy crap. I am still shocked to this day. I don't know why they did it. I definitely did not ask for it, but that money is not going to be used for anything personal. I'm definitely going to use that. It's actually going towards FWA and stuff like that. So I do personally have, when I stream, a donation link. But the way I have it set up, and I tell people, do not donate. Keep the money for yourself, yada, yada, yada. But the only reason why I have it there is because you do have some people who they would like to submit a video and have it play on the stream so they can share with everybody. And the way I have that set up is to the lowest price possible for the most amount of seconds. Where if somebody donates like $1, just like $1, they can show 60 seconds of a clip, and that's like the max you can do. But you got some streamers out there, they'll literally, you have to pay like $1 for like 10 seconds. So if you want to share like a 3-minute video,
Oh no.
you're paying out the wazoo just to share it. And it's just, I think it's sad.
They're straight up just like
God,
trying to
that's-
milk everything they can from people, and it's just fucking disgusting.
It is. It's terrible. It's a terrible thing. And hopefully those people who do it, people will start to realize, hey, maybe it's not the best idea for me to donate. And I encourage people, look at your budget, see what you got. You should probably be saving that money, putting it into the savings.
But if you really do want to support someone,
Exactly.
and you really want to, like you want to, as in like you don't feel forced to at all, but you still want to, by all means, go ahead and do it.
Oh yeah.
But don't feel like you have to
Yeah,
donate
don't
to
feel
someone.
obligated that you have to financially support someone.
Yeah.
Some big words you use there.
$3 words.
Yeah.
I mean, if
That'd
you
be
really want to
$3.
support somebody, just go to their Patreon and do it once a month. That's why Patreon's a thing.
We
Yeah.
do have a Patreon. I'm still trying to get set up, but I'm lazy. So
We also need to get our subscriber numbers up and get people
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm more concerned about more people listening than people donating.
like I don't
I mean,
want
I think
people
we
to
got a great
donate,
show here.
like if they feel forced to. Like if they want to
Oh,
donate,
yeah, yeah.
then
I
I
tot-
say, go on ahead, but don't feel
Yeah.
forced to have to donate.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean,
I'll
I would.
straight up
I
give
want
you a
people
hug
to
at
donate
cons if you
just
donate,
because people like what we're doing and people want to support what we're doing, and people want to encourage us to go on and keep doing what we're doing.
I mean, I've been making videos for probably around 5 months now, and I've gotten up to, I think I'm around 370 subscribers. And
sweet.
that shocks me. I know there's a lot of people out there who would be like disappointed with those numbers. But what they also have to realize is if you're a furry and you're making YouTube videos, you're definitely aiming towards a niche
Demographic.
demographic to who's actually going to watch your video. And then also, mainly kids are the ones who watch YouTube videos. Are you entertaining enough to where they're not going to click away after 30 seconds? Because that's the average attention span of a kid. It's about 30 seconds.
It was a lot
Well-
less for me when I was a kid.
Speaking of which, I've never actually have subscribed to your channel, so there you go.
Oh,
You're an
thank
amazing
you.
person.
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah,
hug you
so
at Anthrocon. I think that's the next con where we're both gonna be end up there.
Yeah, I just
I will
I
find
didn't-
you, and
I didn't know
will
you
hug
guys actually posted to YouTube. I didn't know where you posted. So now that
Yeah,
I
we do
know,
post to YouTube, but we're also working on posting our episodes on SoundCloud. So stay tuned for that.
Spotify.
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, we're gonna be spreading out.
And who knows, maybe one day we can live stream, which
Yep.
I think
We
will be.
fuck up way too
good.
much to be live streaming. It would
We'll-
look like
we'll-
a hell.
we'll get
Well, it's
better.
not like you're editing
We didn't.
this. So.
We didn't fuck up all that much.
but the one thing that I saw on one of our talkabouts is Dogbomb.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's so sad that ALS took away such a great person. It's such a shame that terrible things happen to such amazing people. And I didn't know the guy personally. I'm newer to the fandom, but I knew he was in the fandom for a long time. But it's such a shame. The terrible things happen to good people, but at least at the end of him being alive, he was so positive about it. And he was trying to help so many other people, especially people dealing with ALS.
Yeah.
And it's so
Yeah.
amazing.
For me, I think it's amazing that Dogbomb was able to look at his prognosis straight in the eye, and he just had this amazing sense of humor about it. He didn't have any fears about dying. He did not have any fears about ALS taking his life, or he didn't let ALS stop him.
Exactly.
Believe it or not, his doctors kept on telling him he needs to take it easy. He needs to, stop doing all this and stop doing all that, and take it easy. Don't fall so much. And Dogbomb just said no. He's gonna keep going. He's gonna keep living his life uninterrupted. Like it was said in All Dogs Go to Heaven, you can't keep a good dog down. And that was so true for Dogbomb.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
did anybody else watch that movie after he passed away
No.
besides me?
I did not. No. That
Oh
would
my
have brought out
goodness.
some feels.
It
Uh,
did. It
yeah.
did for me. I'm it was such a feelsy movie, and I was relating it to Dogbomb, and it's like, oh my god, this is.
I'm not gonna say that I knew the guy, nor that like I'm gonna say like I knew what he did or anything like that,
Mhm.
or nor am I gonna force sympathy. But I am gonna empathize and say that from what I've heard and like people have told me, the dude was a fucking boss. Like he
Exactly.
got shit
Yeah.
done,
Yeah.
and he gave literally no fucks about his diagnosis. He's like, yeah, doctors told me not to do this. Yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna go have fun.
Yeah.
And he just said fuck it up until the end.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
can't imagine the conversation between him and his doctor saying, "Well, I go to these furry conventions, you see."
And I get totally fucking wasted.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
God.
Oh yeah.
well, I
He
don't know.
loved
If,
his
I don't
beer.
know enough about him. Well, I did hear that he liked his beer. That's why everybody
Yeah.
did the toast for Dog Bomb, which I
Yeah.
think so many people they came out and they in a matter of hours got all together and did toasts and went to bars and went to got not parties per se, but like, you know, gatherings and memorial type things, and came together, and like a lot of people really cared about him. And it's so sad that something terrible happens to good people, you know, such a great person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But he also inspired the furry community to actually give towards ALS research, so that Dog Bomb doesn't have to be, or what happened to Dog Bomb doesn't have to happen to others who are suffering with the disease.
so they've given over 30,000 apparently. From what I've heard,
Yeah.
over 30,000 has gone to ALS research, which is it's mind-boggling. It's amazing. And
Yeah.
It's amazing.
like I was telling Lifty, you know, to see the fandom come together like this was shocking.
Mhm.
Um, despite what you believe in personally, who you pray to, what you look like, what you subscribe to see everybody arm in arm, giving back and memorializing this individual was heartwarming. And
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I'm not one who cries. I really only cry during either at weddings or funerals. Um, I'll be honest with you, I cried when he sent that last tweet. I cried like a mother.
Oh yeah.
It was sad.
It definitely pulled at my heartstrings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
It did on me too, and
yeah, it
oh boy.
and like
It
the tweet
rained.
I sent the other night. Life is so fragile. Um, you can be here today, and then tomorrow you're gone.
Yeah.
And so with all of this, what it's shown me is that life is too precious to just live it boring. You know, you need
Exactly.
to go out and experience everything, have the time of your life, meet people, try a drink, skydive, do something, because this ride can end very quickly.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to get choked up right now.
Uh,
Well, I do have some good news.
yeah.
So, myself with a bunch of other furries who stream, which I was invited to this. I did not organize this. I was invited by Spooky Weekend. Basically, May 4th to the 5th, I believe, it's a Saturday and Sunday. There's going to be a constant 48-hour stream, which they're going to line up a bunch of streamers, and it's going to be like a chain stream where one
Uh-huh.
person will stream in a certain block for about an hour or so, and then the next person will start. Basically, it's a charity stream for ALS, for Dog Bomb, and basically within that 48 hours, somebody will always be streaming. Some people might have to stream twice during that 48-hour period. You're gonna have some people that are literally gonna have to start streaming at 3 a.m. at their time zone, but they're all trying to get the schedule figured out, and they're gonna post a schedule eventually, and we're trying to get all the software on everybody's PCs and stuff like that. So it's gonna be an amazing event, and it's gonna be beautiful, and I'm hoping that we're all able to raise more money for ALS and help people that have that condition.
Yeah.
And the
Thank you.
one of the good things that come out from this is that people are once again looking and realizing just how deadly a disease of ALS was. We did this when we had what was it? The ice bucket challenge. That was
Yes.
what, like 2-3 years ago? I forgot how long that was ago.
That should be
But
brought back.
yeah, but people really forgot about it.
Mm-hmm.
Not just furries, people in general, we forgot about it. And so when we see someone from our community suffer through this,
Yeah.
it really helps us understand
Open
just
our
how
eyes.
much of disease this really is. It's not curable.
Yeah.
There are meds that can prolong one's life, but it's still fatal, unfortunately. And I'm hopeful that in our lifetimes, we'll have a cure for this
Definitely.
because no one should have to suffer through ALS.
Now,
No one. I don't. It's such a deadly disease. And
yeah,
someone like Dogbomb, who, from what I've been told, was a real genuine person, shouldn't have had to suffer through that. And
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
sad to see all these good people.
You
And
know-
here I go getting choked up again.
now the
It's
sad
just sad
part
to
No
see all
crying.
this stuff
about
happen.
ALS is that there are drugs and therapies that can only really help a person just live comfortably through the disease, but there's nothing really out there that can help prolong a person's life. ALS has, for the most part, a, a rather rigid timetable progression, and it progresses very quickly in most adults. To see Dogbomb suffer through it, it definitely, he was like a spokesperson for it. And not only that, but he also gave of himself so much so that sorry, I'm getting choked up too. He gave so much of himself just so there would be one more closer step to a cure for ALS. He gave
Yes.
spinal taps of his own volition, and he gave the material to researchers who are fighting ALS. He gave his body to the UCI Medical Center for research, and he wrote a very poignant but also humorous letter in his own humorous style to the doctors that would be practicing medicine on his body. He was a special guy.
He was.
It's very rare in my view, to see someone like Dogbomb, and
The,
it's even it just when you take it all in, it crushes your soul to know that he's gone.
you know what? When he did pass away, what I was very thankful for is you had a lot of people who were genuinely sad, and they changed their profile pic and stuff like that because they were actually sad. It wasn't trying to be somebody who's virtual signaling.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the ice bucket challenge became more of a meme / virtue
Yeah,
signal
it did become
opportunity.
that eventually. Yeah.
Originally it was for actual ALS and donating to charity, and people who did get the ice bucket or whatever dumped on them, they donated and stuff like that. But eventually it turned into a trend or whatever, which is sad. But this, all the furries in the furry community, it wasn't it was a genuine sadness, and it wasn't trying to be like, oh, look at me, I'm so sad, blah 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 blah. It was very heartwarming and very tear jerking. You know?
Yeah, it was.
It
And to
was.
see, to see people that are still upset, it just shows you how good of a person he was.
Yeah.
You know, how they talk about AIDS and all that stuff in school. I wish they would talk about ALS as much as they do other diseases. Because ALS is seriously something that needs to be talked about, like in schools and other
What?
places, just to get
Mhm.
the word out that this shit's no joke. It will
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
kill you.
Yeah,
Well,
but
it's one of those things where it's not like you get it from someone else. I don't believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not communicable,
it's
and
very, very rare.
researchers
So it
Yeah.
really
researchers
doesn't.
have
Yeah.
no idea how people actually are afflicted with ALS. It happens in middle um, to around the 50s and 60s that people get afflicted with ALS, and research has uncovered a specific gene that might be responsible, as well as some environmental factors, but to this day we don't have a definite answer as to why people are afflicted with ALS. It's ALS is just a very, very mysterious
Yeah.
disease,
Definitely.
even now, and it's been it's been discovered, and it's been researched for I would say for close to 100 years. I mean, it's been named after Lou Gehrig, who was affected in what, 1922?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's been a disease that's been around for a long time, and even in that long period of time, it still baffles scientists who are fighting to eradicate it, to cure it. And I would also like to mention that if you were touched by Dogbomb's story, and if you were touched by his life, he would definitely urge you to be the best person you can be. But he also, it would also make his day, or it would have made his day to know that people are getting aware of ALS and are actually donating and helping to fund a cure for it.
Exactly.
So if you're inspired by Dog Bomb, feel free to go to www.alsa.org/donate and donate whatever you feel like is prudent to the cause. Money is going towards research, towards finding a cure for ALS. We definitely need people to donate to these causes now more than ever, as money is being slashed, federal funding is being slashed for medical research. It's up to us private donors to step up and ensure that we find the breakthroughs that we need to help people live a healthier and better life.
And remember,
And
be happy.
yeah,
You even said it.
yeah,
You can mourn, but no sad faces. Only smiles.
yeah.
Which I thought is just fucking awesome as a little final thing to say. You know, even in death, he's like, yeah, if you don't be sad, just be happy. Live your fucking lives.
Yeah. One of his final tweets from April 3rd, he said, "No one should be broken up over my passing. Sadness or anger at ALS is appropriate, but there is nothing to grieve about when you consider the ride that I was afforded. Wag every day, please. Hug your dogs and your friends. Smile when you think of me. No regrets."
Mm.
Now let's do something happy. I don't like this sadness.
All right. Yeah.
Want me to read one more?
No, we're gonna cry, and crying's not allowed.
I'll read one more, and then from April the 4th, he said, "Clutch your tail and never let go. Everything will be all right."
Well, that was a pretty short and good one.
Yeah. I really like that one.
It was a good one.
Yeah. And with that, I like to say that is our podcast for this evening. I'd like to thank Tuners Wolf for joining us for this podcast. He's been an awesome guest.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so all my stuff for the most part is at Tuners the Wolf. So you can just find me on Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. Just typing in Tuners the Wolf, and you'll find me there.
I will
Awesome.
find you and hug you at AC. Just letting you know.
Oh,
Hey, I
same.
will definitely, and I'll have tuners made by that point. So you'll definitely, actually, he'll be done for FWA. So you'll definitely see me because I'm kind of bright. So
Sweet.
It'll be hard to
I'll
miss
get you a
me.
drink.
Oh, nice.
definitely.
So yeah. Bye,
And
I
with that,
guess.
this is Furry Frequencies signing off with Lifty
Sharky.
And Silox.
and with
And
our
I'm
guest
here.
host.
Tuners, hey, what's up?
Hello again.
I'm sorry.
Hello, goodbye.
What to say?
Oh, you're fine.
Awkward
You're fine.
moment.
I know we still are kind of emotional from
Yeah.
remembering Dogbomb. So
No,
Yeah.
stop. We're already sad. We're moving on.
no, don't be sad. Wag every day.
Okay.
Thank you, listeners. If you enjoy what you're hearing, please feel free to subscribe to our channel on YouTube. And also subscribe to our tweets on Twitter at Furry Frequency. We'll also be having a SoundCloud link for you soon so you can listen to our podcasts from SoundCloud from your favorite audio streaming device.
Don't
I
forget,
bid you-
we'll have a Patreon up soon. As soon as
Yes,
I get
we
my
will have
lazy
a-
ass up and do it. So if you feel you really want to, remember, you're not forced to donate anything. Don't feel obligated at all. But if you want to support us and what we do, I'll have a Patreon up pretty soon for us, random shitbags on a mic. So
Mhm.
if you like what we do
Yeah,
and
if
you want
you-
to support us, yeah, you can donate there.
And with that, this is Furry Frequencies signing off. Have a great night.